Hey, it's the belated 1 year anniversary of the show. What's up, bitches?
What the hell?
Hey.
1 year.
Well,
That's crazy.
should have
I
been,
was
but we
listening to-
missed 2 weeks in a row.
I was listening to one of the old episodes, and you were telling us Happy Easter.
Oh, I can hear you. I can hear you reverbing on John's mic. Bad.
Yeah,
All of a sudden, I don't know what changed.
John's hot micing.
Mm-hmm.
Let me turn on like talk or something.
Just turn up sensitivity.
Yeah, it wasn't like that like 2 seconds ago. Later in the 1 year anniversary, John. God.
God damn it.
My
You're
life
off
is
the
a mess
show.
right now.
I'm calling Kurt right now.
How about now? Nope.
Is it on mine? Okay. Hold on.
It's both. It's okay. I can deal with it.
I'll just use push to talk too.
Yeah, make sure we're all on the same page. Back on the train. Back on the train.
That's why I live a life of isolation and loneliness. So I don't ever have to worry about someone like me, you know?
Yeah,
All right, there we go.
that's why.
All right, I got push to talk on.
So we both have push to talk, so we should be good now.
Yeah, sounds good.
Except when they push it at the same fucking time. All right,
Or we
boys.
forget to push it.
We resume back on the train. We'll call it 3 days into the ride from Ravengro to Lepidstadt. It's been, all told, about 15 days since you arrived, or were summoned, rather, the day of for Petros' funeral. What's, you guys been up to the last 3 days? Walk me through it.
I have whittled a stick that inserts into the bottom of my bow. That if I stick it into a pail of water, it allows my bow to become a bubbler.
Right?
Hell yeah.
Right. Of course.
I've spent the last 3 days not thinking about what happened at Harrowstone, but thinking about the fact that I've been smoking Fey Leaf out of his brother's rib cage for the past 3 days. That's what I've been thinking about.
Did it stop you from hitting the percolating bubbler? That's the real question.
No, I have not hit it since.
Okay.
And like I feel like Brommus is getting worried about it because like he keeps asking me like when I'm gonna smoke with him, and like I don't have the heart to tell him that I don't want to smoke out of his brother's rib cage.
I've just been worried that there's another curse on me. I feel like I've had 3 of them at once, and now I'm just worried there might be a 4th.
Fair assumption. Roll centered. No, just kidding.
I'm just staring out the window, thinking about our recent travel and adventure.
Fair play.
Why do we get called back to Lepidstadt?
Well, you gotta go get your guap by dropping off the stuff for Petros, as was stipulated in the will, but also, as the director of the bureau, good old Adibian, said, they got reports essentially that whatever cult-like figures rode through Ravengro, fled north and were seen in Lepidstadt, or headed that way at least. Sort of as good a spot as any to start. Also commanded you to hunt down Petros' killers and kill them back with no mercy, which you promised to do with aplomb. There'll be some bisecting at that fateful meeting, I'm sure.
Hell yeah.
Bisecting.
Indeed.
Knock, knock, knock.
I want to see as you guys roll through the countryside. Let me. Oh, well, if you want to do something, let's do that first. What were you going to say, Josh? Or Jared, rather.
Do you want to go to the food cart and have some alphabets of me?
God damn it, dude.
I really hope they have alphabets because last time I feel like they didn't. And if they haven't stepped their game up, I'm gonna write a letter.
Yeah, all they had was dog shit Orcheos.
Okay.
Actually,
I mean,
just-
I
they
grew
just
up
have,
on
like-
Orcheos.
They just
but,
have like jerky. There's
okay.
there's neither now. It's real recession hours in Ustalev right now. It's a little hard out here. Train's a little more worn than the last time you were on it, you know? Doesn't have that same varnish, that same shine to it. Carpets are
How
all
long-
sticky and faded.
How long has it been?
12 years.
Oh, it's crazy.
6 months maybe, give or take.
Yeah, damn.
It's been a while.
Since I could.
All right, let me just map the route real quick. Because it has indeed been a while. We started out here. You guys have to kind of journey this way towards Clover's Crossing. We'll get to that momentarily. Up past Tam Ravenna to Gortad and then to Lepidstad itself.
Widegrowl, we're gonna go past your hometown.
Not exactly. That's a separate station that jaunts this way. Towards over here.
By the Tusk Mountains.
Yeah, bruh.
Tusk Brother Mountains.
Towards the Bleak Wall, baby. Okay. Yeah, so as you guys as you roll past where Clover's Crossing used to stand, what does anyone, I mean, you guys obviously recognize the landscape. It's a blackened hellhole where a town once stood. I mean, what do you feel as you roll past it?
I'm just thinking of the Indigo Woman
Ah.
as we roll past.
It's like a cemetery or a graveyard. There's just thousands of leafless, blackened trees circle this crater. If you're looking at it, I'd say you have like a flash of a memory, briefly.
Yeah, I reminisce of the peg leg that I made for Petros as well.
Right? The beautiful peg leg, we might add. Functional.
Yeah, that was a nat 20 peg leg.
It was something special.
I wince. I grab my bow and ready an arrow, just in case. And I think about Pius, the feeling he gave me when he healed me, and I return to a normal state and feel safe.
Widegrowl? Anything?
I'm thinking, like, what did we just get ourselves into? This is just the beginning. Something that started that long ago, and here we are now, just at the start.
Little time is a flat circle vibe.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Maybe it's just a flay leaf. Alafair? Anything or
Yeah, I guess kind of the same as Widegrowl. Just like actually seeing it again just made me realize how much time has passed and how many things are different and how many are the same.
Okay. And we don't have to play through all of it, but a couple of days pass. You roll past Tam Ravenna. It's shanty towns that are surrounding the guarded fences of the aristocrats in the upper crust there. It's where Widegrowl had his trial to get his farm back. Roll past the solemn, crumbling brick wall of Cortad. All the working poor cowering behind those rusted iron fences, huddling and hiding from the things that howl in the middle of the night. And a few days later, as you approach Lepidstadt, roll past Brommus you recognize right away as the Shudderwood, whose eerie and bleak presence dominates the horizon. And on the fifth... Oh, sorry.
It reminds me of my brother, and I wonder if I'll ever get vengeance on his death.
As you ponder that, sort of the breaking of the 5th day since we resumed, and you see smoke, like the smoke of industry, familiar sight on the horizon. Pull up to Lepidstadt proper, to Soivoda Station there. Or rather, sorry, that's Califis, Lepidstadt Station, which is all the way up here. All right. Let's see. What we start with? Okay. First things first, as you guys are like getting all your shit together to get off, you pull into the station. There's people milling around, as there was, a little over a decade ago. Workers, students, just townsfolk, and people walking around on those cobbled streets. It's a little worse for wear. Not in a bad way, more like just worn from use. It's been a while. You guys go ahead and make a perception check as you're shuffling out of the car, or getting your stuff together to shuffle out of the car.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a nat
Wow.
20 for young Brahmi. Yeah, as you guys start to grab the bulk of your luggage, not like your personal stuff, but like the big trunks. There's a sack. It's a little rough. It's just burlap. It's sealed. It's belted shut, essentially, kind of like a knapsack or backpack that wasn't there when you put it in initially. Just sitting there with the rest of your stuff.
Do you guys recognize this bag?
It's not mine.
I gently sit it down, like in one of the seats that we were sitting in, and I gesture to Darakb to open the bag. I fear that it might be something.
Is there anything I can roll before that to even see if it could be potentially dangerous?
Yeah, you can do specific perception to find traps.
Would that just be a perception roll at like a disadvantage or what?
No, it's I think normally it's -4 if you don't have the trap sensibility, but because you're essentially the rogue for the party, I just gave it to you. So,
Cool.
26. How do you search this thing? How do you go about making sure it's not rigged?
I would say that just as Brommus is handling it, I'm like looking to see if like the bag, it's like a burlap kind of like sack kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like a rucksack.
Yeah, I'd imagine like that it's like conforming how it should, like make sure there's no like
no protrusions or anything odd.
Yeah,
there are lumps and stuff, but it looks like it's just filled, whatever it is.
And I would also imagine that like just as a vampire or Dhampir, that like the way I sense those things, I kind of get an aura when things are maybe not as they're supposed to be. Not like a direct visual representation, but almost like a gut feeling.
Well, your gut tells you that it's a seemingly harmless rucksack.
Okay. I open it and appraise.
Give me one sec. Let me just post this in general for everybody.
I'm standing right over him as he does that.
No, I still let Drogba open it. I'm like, yeah, go on, it's cool, I guess.
Ignore that until I tell you. Hold on one second. So yeah, he kind of like lifts it up, and it is a simple backpack that's filled with a few supplies. Right away. Actually, how close are you guys? You like kind of peeking in from outside the cab, or are you like pretty much like right behind the bird?
I would say I'm behind the bird. I got to be close enough to examine it as he was handling it.
Okay, I don't think you have to roll then, but yeah. Right away, sitting on top is a small. It's not a case. It's just sort of like it's like two sticks that hold little beakers. And there's 4 vials of holy water sitting in it, next to a large scroll that's rolled up and tucked in the side of the bag. There's a wand and a small wrapped bar of some kind that's sticking out of like a prayer book, what looks like a prayer book that has the spiral of Pharasma on the cover. It's well worn. It's pretty well read, and spiral is gray and purple. Looks like there's a note like stuck to whatever that bar is. Which is what I put in general.
I take the bar out of the book and I read the note to the party. For those who must tread the path of darkness, that others may find solace within the light. Master Lager. They say chocolate helps mellow the aftershocks of possession sickness. May the lady keep you always in her favor. Farewell, until our paths entwine again. Father Varin Grimborough. Oh, he gave you a piece of chocolate because you were cursed.
Who's Father Grimborough? I say. Hello.
Priest from Ravengro.
Yeah, he's the one who got John
Unpossessed.
Oh, the priest?
Yep.
I always knew I liked him. I don't know why he didn't tell me about those other curses though.
and as I'm done reading this, I just take a bite of his chocolate and then hand it to him.
It doesn't work unless.
Yeah, makes you violently sick, but he loves
I
it.
immediately turn into a chicken.
I need to eat the entire bar.
Even 1% missing just doesn't know the effect at all.
Yeah, it's like that mushroom chocolate. You don't know how much is actually in any given piece,
Oh,
so
yeah.
you gotta like have the whole
Oh
thing.
yeah. You're telling me, sister.
All right. How do you guys want to divvy that up?
What is the wand?
I would say it's identical to the cure wound that you already have in your possession. So I'd say cure light wounds wand.
I'll just take one of the holy waters. I guess all of us to get one. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'll take one.
All right.
So a scroll of, like, out of character, a scroll of lesser restoration, that's a healing scroll, correct?
Restoration is ability damage.
Oh, gotcha. So it makes you do more ability damage?
No, it does. It is a healing scroll in that case. It just doesn't heal health. So it's like if you took 4 points of strength damage or int damage, you can like get it back.
Gotcha. I say we get like Alafair. I think you should take the wand again. I guess I should take the scroll because I'm like the most squishy out of everyone else, right?
Yeah. Now keep in mind, you guys do have a wand of lesser restoration and another wand of cure light wounds as well. I think Alafair has both of those.
I think you should take it, Jared.
You think I should
I
take the
only-
wand?
I only have the wand of lesser. Oh no, wand of light wounds. Yeah,
Yeah, you got both.
yeah, and they both have 10 charges still.
So that way you
So
each have one.
Should I take the other one? Just in
Yeah.
case I have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why does it keep saying new? Sorry,
We do have a
this is
little
the same reason.
like retcon thing too with wands because I was sort of misusing them. So as long as it's a spell that's on your character's spell list, you don't have to roll to use it. If it's not, you do have to roll UMD. So in the case of Cure Light Wounds and Resto for both of you guys, you'd have to roll for it. I think
Okay.
it's pretty sure it's DC 20. So it's more probably like an out of combat thing. Still worth doing sometimes, but you know.
Oh, so you're saying that if we try and do it in combat, we have to hit a 20.
Yeah, I mean just in general, you have to hit a 20 no matter what, but it's like
So it's like we burn the charges quicker, so it's not like we use every charge because we could burn them.
they don't burn. It's not like losing a spell. It's just like the wand will just not work for 24 hours. So well for you, someone else would have to try it. So it's like out of combat, you get 4 tries.
Gotcha.
As opposed to in combat, which right now seems like it's a bad thing, but in 1 or 2 levels, the two of you will probably have so many fucking points in UMD you're gonna always hit. So I think you both have like a
Gotcha.
+6 already. So, but if you choose to invest like 4 or 5 points or something, it'll go way up. And also, there's more efficient than potions, but in this case, you guys don't have a cleric or somebody who's got that. Actually, unironically, Brommus, I think, does have Cure Light Wounds on the Ranger spell list and the Druid spell list, but I don't think he has UMD.
I don't have UMD.
Yeah,
I just
you-
have a high heal.
Can't do it untrained, as it were. So he'd have to put a point into it. And
So he can't even use a wand because he has to have UMD?
that does sound kind of stupid. I'm gonna say no, he could use it without having to roll.
But I'd have to roll in that 20,
No,
right?
no, you don't have to roll at all. Blake, did you freeze?
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep saying Discord detected new audio device, my webcam, and it makes my webcam disconnect. And that's what was happening during Delta Green yesterday, too.
Hmm.
It's probably because the CIA is monitoring my computer, because I know.
That's exactly
He
right.
does have the launch codes for NASA.
And now mark the time where you can blank the name.
No, let him know, dude.
Yep.
I'm tired of hiding.
Be 2350.
What?
Hold on 1 second.
So who's gonna take the scroll, boys? That's what we got to decide because we've already divvied up everything else.
I think you're probably the
it's kind
likely.
of the same thing. Scrolls and wands function the same. So if it's not on your list, you got to make the roll. Unironically, probably best to give it to Brommus, the man who can't even read.
Lore-wise, I think it makes more sense that Valan has it. Alafair doesn't seem like the kind of guy to carry a scroll. You know?
Yeah, it's just more of an arcane thing.
Yeah. I
Hey,
feel
man.
like you studied for magic where I just have it.
Petros had
Okay.
mad fucking scrolls on him, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying.
You look like Rise walking around.
Hell yeah, dude.
No,
There's actually something. You know what? I'm gonna hold off on what I was about to say about that.
Whoa,
It'll come up. It'll come up later in the episode. You guys. Why
I'm
not? Okay.
I'm about to look like Nightcrawler
So there's a in-universe item
in game.
in game, baby. It's called a riffle scroll. which you can buy at certain markets.
Say that again.
It's called a riffle scroll, so it's like when you do a riffle shuffle, it's like they put the scroll in like a little flip book and made like a cartoon of casting the spell, basically. Let me see. So you still have to use UMD to use it, unless it's from your spell list. But it doesn't require components. You don't have to say any of the verbal parts of it if the spell requires verbal components. And it casts as though it were using the silent spell meta magic feat. So, meaning that like they can't tell that you're using it, which is pretty badass. And they're relatively inexpensive too. So,
Cool. Hey, I have one other question too for you.
Sure.
What was that rope called? Because I never put it in my I never put it in my gear.
Man, hang on. Rope of climbing. And I think you had 50 feet, right? No.
I think it was 100. Not 100% sure though.
Listed in the PRD, it says it's 60 feet long. And you can choose to, like, if you want to put knots at 1 foot, you can shorten it to 50 magically. And then, like, it'll undo itself when you're done with it. We'll call it 60 for now, but if it is higher, I'll have to look at the other PDF and go back to book 1 and find it. Pretty sure it's 60 though.
All right, I just marked it as 60.
Okay. I put the gold split 4 ways on each of your sheets, so
Oh.
just do have all that. All right. So we'll say a few hours pass. You know. Oh, I'm sorry, boys. I'm fucking rusty. You know, I said we arrived at Lepidset. We didn't. Let's just record scratch. I've been hitting the dead man ribcage bubbler, I guess. We're still about a day out, right? Sun starts to set.
Do we have the bag still?
Yeah. You can see Lepidset in the distance, but it's a couple hours out. You're not quite there yet, right? It's gonna be a while. As you guys are, sharing the chocolate, being like, yeah, you take this, you give me that. Feel a gut-wrenchingly familiar sensation as the train suddenly like slams on the brake and grinds to a halt.
No.
Not again. Actually, literally wrote that. Oh no.
I don't like that.
What do you do?
What the fuck?
You already know I got Telos out. And the shocking grasp at the ready.
You do keep that thing on him.
I'm double daggered up, cloak up immediately. I've been like so chill the whole journey, literally just like staring out the window. Like a kid that just got yelled at by his dad on the way home from Mounds of Adventure with his headphones in, you know? And I just spring up and I'm ready to go, like in the center of our like little booth. Like I leave my room and I'm like in the center hallway, ready to join up with the boys.
I'm looking out the window to see if I can see anything in front of us.
Okay. Go ahead and roll perception, Josh. Hmm. 24. Not bad.
Dude, turning the dice on just made the immersion so much better.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's so sick. And because you see everybody's rolls, so
You could see immediately, Brommus, that at the tail of the train, there's about 8 cars between you and the front. So you guys are at the tail. At the front, at the head, it looks like there's something on fire. There's smoke everywhere. You can see. It looks like there's sticks that have some sort of canvas or sheet or something that's lit, and it's giving off that greasy, like cloying smoke. It's sort of blocking visibility on the road forward and on the tracks forward.
great.
And
Guys, I get
a couple of shapes like too far away to see at this distance. So you see like sort of the outline passing around and through the smoke. Figures, humanoid figures.
Guys outside, I can see something's on fire. There's people out there too.
I'm gonna duck down and take out my long sword.
We should go out there. I can send Darakb ahead. And
Let's run it.
Maybe I can put the fire out.
I haven't killed someone in days.
How do you guys want to get out? You want to go through the train, or do you want to just like dip out of the car?
I say we dip out of the car and I send Darakb up in the air.
And dip out of the car and let's roll a stealth.
Okay. Take us in, line leader.
Alafair, you want to?
Yep.
Oh, that's a big 28.
Don't mind if I do.
All right.
Should I roll a separate stealth for Darakb so I can send him ahead?
Yeah, sure. Roll this 37. This casual fucking invisible stealth bomber. Yeah, 25. Okay.
Three, and I got a 25. Okay.
All right, not bad. Safe to say you guys are unseen. Okay.
I just roll out of the train car and like look like a bush.
It's got, even Widegrowl have ghillie suits on. All right. Like I said, it's about
I
8
just
cars
pictured
to
that and
the
it made me laugh.
front of the train.
Are we just running like on the top of the train, like in Spider-Man?
I guess
Or
we
like
can
what
climb up to it if you want, but I think we're on the ground right now.
That's what. Yeah. Well,
I was
is the
thinking we
train
circle
still
around and
is
come
the train
behind
still
them.
moving,
No, it's
or did it came to a complete halt?
completely came to a stop.
I feel like getting on top of the train would give us a disadvantage in a fight because like we have melee, 2 melee characters.
Go to jump off, you roll an ankle. Well, not Widegrowl. He does a quintuple backflip and.
Yeah, not my acrobatic ass.
But we can go on top of the train for flavor. I like that.
It's up to you guys. I'd say if it was be relatively easy. You don't have to make a check. There's like a railing or something you can climb up out of the back.
Let's
I was
climb up
just
the train.
asking. I just wanted to know where we're at.
You want to do it or not?
It's theater of the
Yeah,
mind,
I'm down.
boys. You tell me.
Let's climb up the train, dude. Let's go on top of the train. Like every action movie we've ever watched.
Yeah. Little Matrix Reloaded action.
Oh, dude. I relate to those twins so much.
Not touching
Mr.
that one.
Smith?
The guys are like, why is there a bush on
You-
top of the train?
You know.
All right.
George-
As you approach a little bit more stealthily, in your bush costumes, it's like stepping outside is like walking into a nightmare or a fever dream of some kind. And like I already said before, it's this like greasy, oily smoke that's now at this point is starting to get everywhere. You guys are downwind. You're almost like pushing through it as you go to get to the front of the train. Again, you see now there's like a half dozen of these sticks with these white sheets or like canvas rags or something that have been covered in some chemical and lit on fire. And now that you're closer, go ahead and let's have everybody roll perception as well. You can tell me like what car you managed to get to as you're making your way forward.
As we approach, I'm gonna cast Aspect of the Owl.
Oh my, it's a 29 perception for Alafair, 23 for Widegrowl, 18 Valan, 20. Okay, yeah, I'd say you guys are seeing it.
So I just want to say, with all those dice coming across, I saw a 5. I'm pretty sure it was Valan, and he still has an 18. Crazy.
Hold on, let me turn that on before I proceed to. You wanna go ahead and roll for Darakb too, because he's separate right now, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, 27. All right. You guys all kind of see a similar sight in total, although really Alafair and Darakb kind of like they see a little bit more than the rest of you guys. Where'd you guys stop? Where are you at on top of the train? Like,
I would say I'm on like the third car.
okay.
Yeah, I'm like with the pack. I wouldn't say I'm like further along than anybody or anything.
Amidst these like weird smoking holes, right? You guys are close enough now that you can all see. There's a caravan, like 20 wagons deep, that's like strewn across the track to block it off, like in like a V shape. And you see dozens of shapes that are like hysterically milling and running about, some of them frantically waving their limbs, like 14 or 15 in total. You see what looks like a halfling or a child wearing like a ratty suit, who's on his knees, clasping his head and screaming, "Ah!" A man, nearly 7 foot tall, the beard down to his knees, stoops down to comfort the smaller creature, while two things, that's the best way I can describe them, wearing the dresses of little girls, are also running around, their heads shaped like elongated triangles, like Doritos, each of them wailing in turn. You see Alafair, a female-shaped creature, wearing what looks like dirty silk, like something from the Galarian equivalent to the Middle East. It's got 4 arms, and it stands next to 3 clowns. You and Darakb are the only ones who see this. Each of the clowns are definitely Varisian men, and they're very clearly middle-aged. One of them has 3 legs. The other 2 have 3 arms piece, and are shouting at something off into the distance.
The fuck?
Something,
Can I make out?
something that you hear, like, Alice! Alice!
How far away are they?
Maybe 60, 70 feet. It's pretty dark out. But you have
like
dark vision.
one move turn in combat away.
Basically. You guys are at the third car, I'd say. All of you see what looks like an ogre or something like it, something massive, running just out of sight, carrying what looks like to be a bound dark-skinned man over his shoulders, like you would carry a bag of grain. While a small but hairy child nips at the giant's heels, howling and baying like a dog hysterically. Last and certainly not least, out of the smog and the smoke, a short man. He's got weirdly long legs for his height, like he's all leg, even though he's only like barely 5 feet tall. He kind of is like top hat in hand, walking around, trying to yell at the others, like, "No, what are you doing? What are you doing? No!" Well, actually, hold on before I continue 1 second. Let's see. Everybody other than Valan are able to make out the words on the caravan. Even though this group of misfits looks hideous, malformed, and straight up freakish, each of the wagons bears a painted banner that reads, "The Crooked Kin, Ustalav's greatest traveling cabinet of curiosities." You can go ahead and roll local if you want.
Yes, I definitely will.
Can I send Darakb to follow the ogre?
Sure.
I look up at Darakb and I whistle and point in the direction and where the ogre was heading, running away with the man and the kids nipping at his heels.
Nice.
How far away is the ogre?
He's like another 20 or 30 feet past, and he hasn't left. He's just at the edge, kind of this clearing where everyone is.
Is he running away?
Sort of running to the outskirts in a line. 15, not gonna do it, unfortunately. Sounds familiar, but there's the sheer absurdity of what the fuck is going on right now after the week you guys have had. Can't quite place it.
How big is this thing that's carrying the person away? Like,
It's pretty big. Almost 8 feet tall, about 2 Widegrowls deep. Pretty broad.
and Drogba's flying towards it.
I would say he's flying unnoticed above it, keeping tabs. If I understood right.
Correct.
Is it safe to assume that the thing that's hunched over its back obviously is being kidnapped, like being taken away?
Go ahead and roll sense motive.
Oh,
Yes, that's exactly what's happening.
I don't want to meta. I don't want to meta this now because I got a bad roll.
Well, it could be the opposite because you got a bad roll.
Oh, how can you, in good conscience, as an agent of the crown, allow this monster to abduct a citizen?
So I would say like I'm right behind Valan, and I'm like facing his waistband. I'm like, Telos, you know what's happening?
Not a fucking clue. What godforsaken land have you taken us to, Valan?
As Drogba's flying overhead, with what I'm thinking, I'm gonna message Drogba and say up, and I'm gonna put my forearms up in the air and wait for him to come swoop and grab me and take me over.
I don't think he
To
can
the
carry
beast.
you, dude.
You don't think Drogba can carry me?
No,
No way.
not yet. I think.
Not yet.
I think.
come
I
on.
think post level 7 or 8 upgrade, whenever.
I thought
like-
he was like huge. I thought
No,
he
Well,
was
he's
like
only-
huge for an owl, but they're tiny.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
He's a 50-pound bird.
they got
Oh, dude,
hollow
I thought-
bones.
I thought he was like a human-sized owl.
I mean, he's still big, but he's only 50 pounds. He's a
Yeah.
bird, you know.
All
He's-
right,
he's
all
all
right,
body.
fine. I won't fly over to the orc and stab it in the head. Style.
I respect I respect the attempt. You know what I mean? Rangers lead the way and whatnot, but
Yeah.
just didn't happen.
After perceiving all this and sending Darakb off, I'm gonna step forward onto like the first train cart and start casting Create Water on all the fires.
Okay.
Telos says he has no idea what's going on, by the way. And he said, why the fuck did you take me here?
I hate clowns, Valan. I hate them. Scary. Creepy.
He also hates clowns.
Everyone hates clowns.
Telos, would you like to murder the clowns with me?
Yes. Yes. We haven't killed anyone in days.
We need blood!
Okay, as the lights begin to like snuff out from him spraying them with water, they're gonna try to look over. They still don't see. Well, Brommus, go ahead and make a stealth roll as you're attempting to cast, quite literally, from the fog.
This needs to be a lucky roll, boys.
Oh yeah, they're just like immediately the long-legged but short man with the top hat is like, what's going on? Ow, ow! I forgot the voice I used already. I'm rusty.
I'm just in pitch black darkness, just like shooting water out of my fist to the left and to the right, putting the fires out. And then I like I curl back down into a ball on the front of the train.
Still a ghillie suit. Hello? Who is that? We mean you no harm. Please, please, we require aid. We require assistance.
Boys, I'm gonna jump down. You have my back.
I give him a nod.
As Valen says that, I like roll left. Like it's like dark out, right?
Oh yeah, it's nighttime.
Yeah, I like roll left like into the shadows in a way.
Yeah, I immediately don't trust that motherfucker after you show me that.
I get behind Greenlung, ready to jump down with him.
I hop down, Telos drawn with a shocking grasp.
Hello? Someone? We, as I said, we mean you no harm. Please, with a crooked kid. We've lost someone. We need your help. We need your help. We couldn't figure any other way to get the train's attention. I'm so sorry.
I have Telos on his throat.
Yes, no need for violence. It's not good. No need. We're one of our girls, and the two Dorito-headed little girls run up. I'll go ahead and put a link in general as well. In the real world, we would call this microencephaly, but in the olden days, called it pinheads. That's a bad link. As the two little girls approach,
None of you move.
they are like cowering behind him, like holding on to his leg. He's like, no, please, I assure you, we're circus performers. We mean you no harm. But Elise, our third.
Quiet. I'm an agent of the crown. Tell me what happened.
The young girl. God, that's a dark sword. She wandered off. We can't find her. It's been several hours, and it's very dark.
So you had the train crash so that we could find the girl for you?
There were several groups of people on horseback, and they all ignored us, and then some on foot, and they ignored us too. She's a little girl. She can't defend herself. I must apologize for this dramatic entrance, but we heard the train and we were desperate. We couldn't think of any other way to get it to stop. We're not warriors, we're not hunters. I mean, look at us as they emerge, kind of now as the smoke is starting to die down. The ogre, you guys can see, is not an ogre at all. It's a giant elfin man. Elfin is like Nordic, basically, in Galarian, who's like almost 8 feet tall. The other tall man with the beard approaches, and it's not a man at all. It's actually a bearded woman who's Widegrowl's size. Just absolutely yoked, wearing a kind of a Tarzan costume. The beard that goes down to her knees.
Is the guy who is carrying the girl, is that who came back? Or carrying the person?
Yes, as you can see, it's a Mwangi man, so obviously from down south, who looks extremely bored with the situation. And he's very skinny, he's very lanky. And as you look, his limbs are contorted like inside of each other deliberately, just to hold himself on the giant's back. Well, not giant, the large elfin's back. He's like pretzeled.
Elfin?
He's like pretzeled himself to not fall off.
I'd say, like, as Darakb comes back, because he was following him, I step down from the train and Darakb lands right next to me.
Little
I'm saying,
girl's duck.
What was special about the girl that they took? Why would they only take her?
Took Who said she was taken? She wandered into the woods. We traveled the countryside. We're not from here. This is dangerous to go about at night in Ustalav.
You said people came on horseback.
That was after. She's been missing for some time. Where are my manners? I'm sorry. My name is Hess, Caleb Hess. I'm your ringmaster extraordinaire. The finest performance in all 13 counties, or your money back. We are the Crooked Kin. You appear very capable. You're agents of the crown. As he says that, the others are like, ooh. Please, you must help us. She's only 7 years old. The only family she's got.
Well, if you're the best in the 13, whatever you say, you must have some coin on you.
Bit shy on coin until we arrive in Lebedstadt, but you strike me as a businessman.
You strike me as a swindler.
That's a dirty word, sir. And he'll say, "Don't cut me. Going to pull something out of my jacket." And as he does, he'll say, "This is a magic dagger. Not using it. Just saying, you help us find her, you're welcome to it."
All of praise.
Hand me it.
he'll hand it over.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna roll to see if it is actually magic.
Yeah, you have to use detect magic and then spellcraft and such.
All right, let's just say I've already cast detect magic.
Yeah, so it obviously immediately starts glowing right away. Oh,
That old daddy one, baby.
well, it's definitely magic, and it's the dagger itself, not the sheath. But
Alafair.
you're fucking clueless. You're like, I don't know.
Alafair, I can't figure this out.
Can't help but be unsettled at these fucking weirdos in front of you. At 14, not gonna do it, I don't think. Definitely magic, but
Actually, I'm not even there still. Or he doesn't know I'm there, at least.
yeah, you're probably just like in the dark, like, what's that?
Yeah.
What is it?
Funny story. My grandfather's grandfather used this to kill a shapeshifter who was stalking our village 78, 90 years ago, something along those lines. And he stabbed it and it melted. Very, very interesting. Very powerful. That is yours if you help us find the girl, please. She's very little. She can't defend herself.
Where did she go?
What direction?
Let the DM sort through this paragraph. 1 second. That way. And everybody roll perception as he points off to the west side of the tracks. Oh boy. Oh my god. Now that he's pointed it out, you guys are all able to see that there's the remnants of a camp, like cook pot and all, around a snuffed out fire. So it's a ways back. It was sort of hidden behind the caravan. And he'll gesture as though to lead, if you would allow him. And he sort of heads west slightly of the camp, another 100 yards or so, and he'll say, like, she was playing here the last we saw her, and she ran to go get some daffodils, the other girl said, and she hasn't come back. It's been several hours. It's very dark. Perhaps
Brommus, can you try and track her?
that was the next I was about to say.
You see me put my hands together and then draw like a mark on my face, and I cast tracking mark.
Okay. Wow. Holy shit.
That didn't quite hit the mark.
It has to have a target, right? Or no, is that just will to yourself? Oh. I think it does require a target.
So like there's nothing left behind in the camp. There's no like feet or like marks from people walking or anything.
No,
No
you
imprints in the sand.
you can find tracks and stuff. I'm saying like tracking mark. The spell requires a humanoid target, or a creature to activate it
Yeah.
on.
So I have to see them first.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll survival anyway, as you're looking around for tracks and like patterns.
Survival's rule.
Yes.
I don't
Something on
trust this
Drachma.
this Yu-Gi-Oh looking motherfucker, and I'm just watching him.
20. Okay, equals DC 14. So
Can I sense motive on them? See if like they're acting weird or anything like that.
yeah, go for it. Yeah, they're hideous, weird as fuck, but they seem genuine. They're really worried about the little girl, and they're eccentric to say the least. Okay.
I take the guy's hat off and I put it on and say, "I'm the new ringleader. Everybody follow me."
Of course. He reaches into his coat and pulls out like another one that's collapsed and just puts it back on.
What a gangster.
Rule number 1, you see. Case of flying debris or angry mobs, especially angry mobs, always have another hat. That's what my father always used to say. Brommus, with your survival, you're able to see, a number of tracks, many of which match the oddities you've already seen here, but a few that are child or little girl sized. One set of which starts to trail off and follow a gently sloping field that's just got the lightest dusting of snow. You seem to be able to continue to follow. Heads towards a little boggy river valley of sorts. About 200 yards away.
Can I send Darakb back in the air?
Sure.
I'm gonna send him up. Full stealth.
Okay, nice. Oh my god.
42.
Shit, that's a 42.
He vanishes into another plane of existence.
Yeah. He turns into a gunmetal gray, 15 foot wide by 12 foot long predator drone. And just okay. All right, go ahead and have him roll perception as he's up there.
Ugh. Not the greatest.
18. Yeah, it's pretty dark. There's nothing moving, nothing really for him to key into without further guidance. But as you continue to run down towards this bog valley, go ahead and roll survival again, so you can find a fresh trail. Oh, 27. Not bad. Okay. Catch a set of fresh tracks that sort of peel out of the valley and into the densely vegetated bog or marsh itself, which is, as you start to like poke through the reeds, there are these odd, thick swarms of these white flies that just, they're not toxic or anything, but they're just like, well, like oatmeal. It's flying into your mouth and getting stuck in your beard and in your face.
Ew.
The marsh itself is a shallow bog, reeds anywhere from 6 feet to 8 feet tall. It's a little bit slow going for everyone other than you. You're able to, I would say, expertly kind of pick your way through, distribute your weight evenly, not fall into little sinkholes and pits. You guys can go ahead and roll perception while you're out there.
I'll make some gestures. Everybody like move around. Keep your sights on. Like I'm a Navy SEAL, but nobody even understands what I'm doing.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately,
I roll again.
you could roll perception as well. I'll wait till you do. Got some nice rolls tonight, man. Unfortunately, it's like the tracks meander. They come to a halt and then they sort of meander in several different directions. You see a bunch of different broken clumps or bundles of these reeds and cattails. Pits where there's little bits of torn clothing, but they seem to lead to a dead end. As you guys, I would imagine you're sort of fanning out, but still staying close enough. And again, everyone, Brommus can move totally normally. You guys are moving at half speed at best. He's just like a guy on snowshoes, just fucking flying through this place.
I'd say I have my axe out too, and I'm like kind of cutting my way through.
Telos is just fucking mumbling the entire time to Valan, like, why did it have to be clowns? I hate clowns. Fucking clowns, man. God damn it. As you guys coalesce and kind of start to come towards the same area, the tracks almost all but vanish underwater. And at this point, Brommus, you're going to have to make another survival roll if you guys want to continue. $17. Not quite going to do it on its own. Anybody want to try to aid?
Sure.
I have no modifiers to it at all. If any of you guys do,
I think you can use perception if you don't have survival.
Can I have Darakb roll perception again?
Yes. Okay, yeah, go ahead and add a +3 to that. I think that'll do it. So between yourself, Darakb, Widegrowl, and Valan, you're able to pick a fresh trail up as you see about 20 yards past this, like, I don't know, pond, for lack of a better word, is another, like, split in the reeds where someone very tiny might have been making their way as though to run. As you follow this new trail, you find yourself pretty quickly in a cramped clearing that's filled with these dismal-looking gray flowers. And as you approach, I'd say Brommus first. He's obviously the one in the lead. You see a tiny, malformed child's like doll, a little thing with rags made out of straw. It lies suspended on a bed of flowers pretty close to the entrance. Go ahead and take you guys in. So the doll itself is like right over here. Just draw it on there 1 sec. It's the doll, that X. Go ahead and put everybody on the map. What do you do?
The circus folk aren't following us anymore.
Oh no, they haven't. They're still by the train.
Okay.
Not equipped to follow you through a frozen Ustalavian swamp at
Yeah, I
night.
didn't think so. Well, boys, we found the doll. Want to stealth up? There's obviously something more going on here.
Chase.
Yes.
I mean, DM.
Yes.
Tell me if this is legitimate. Can I cast Summon Nature Ally and bring in a dog? It says he has +5 to scent tracking.
Yes. 100%.
And smell the doll. And smell
And
the
smell
doll.
the doll. That's gangster.
So I'm gonna say, hold on, guys, hold on. And I'm again gonna bring my hands to my chest and put them in the air, and then point straight at the ground. And a dog's gonna like come up from the ground, like almost out of nowhere. I'm gonna snap to him and point at the doll for him to smell the doll.
What kind of dog is it?
It's a beagle.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
It's this one right here.
Whoa.
I just say Desert Eagle Beagle.
All right. I don't have a beagle. I got a rat. It's the closest we're gonna get.
Hell yeah.
You should have control of it, Josh.
The dog will approach the doll, let out a couple deep sniffs, and then point its nose in the direction. And then, like, I guess it'll sniff around the doll, like go in circles around the doll,
Mm-hmm.
and then point its nose in the direction where it senses the strongest scent.
As it starts to point off a little bit towards the west, all four of you hear this faint, just
Wait.
how do I explain this? Sorry, the verbiage here is really retarded. Give me 1 second. You all hear this almost muffled scream, like a small child, coming from where the dog is starting to look in the west, maybe over in this direction. But it's like dampened.
We split off, right?
I'd say we head in that direction.
All right. And, move yourselves as you will. Mm-hmm.
Looking for any traps?
Traps? No. Tracks, you do see, in a sense. Instead of heading to the west, you almost see a line roughly spaced the width of a pair of children's legs apart, like being dragged through the mud, headed in this direction. It's like a divot in the little bank of this stream. And as you start to get close, the dog is just like and like turns towards this line.
At this point, I feel like we're like approaching danger, and I like nudge Widegrowl. I'm like, Widegrowl, you take the lead.
What is going on outside of my apartment?
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's episode is brought to you by Civil Unrest.
Yeah, dude.
Is
They're
that
breaking up tonight.
Domestic violence.
is it that guy with the bike that was harassing you during the prequel?
No, dude, that was crazy. The dude that just had his speakers on max volume, just sitting in the parking lot. No, it's not it.
Okay. As Widegrowl starts to lead forward with the beagle, you all hear another like childlike scream that again starts to come out but gets stifled, except this time it's coming directly from the south, where the stream sort of bookends.
I'd say we probably pick up the pace a little bit as we hear the screams.
Yeah, it's less of like following the dog and almost like chasing after him.
Yeah.
More of an urgency.
you
And then probably the
guys-
dog like disappears around the bush.
As he does, all of you hear another scream, this time from the east.
Oh no.
Go ahead and everyone roll sense motive. I'm gonna roll perception on the dog.
Don't like that.
21. Yeah. There is something not quite human about these screams. There's something quite wrong. And those of you who have rounded the bend near the dog itself hear his woof, 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 away from where the last scream was.
Say at
Obviously,
this point
he's
I have
over here.
I have my bow drawn and like an arrow like almost halfway pulled, and I'm just like spinning in circles after hearing the sounds. Like every time I hear a new sound, I'm like turning in that direction, not knowing what's coming.
I go check on the dog.
Give me just a moment.
I also move forward to go check out the dog with him.
Okay. As you guys get into this little glade, as there were, you see this pair of feet sticking up on the shore of this tiny stream, where this little girl is lying in the water face down, face first.
Whoa. I run up and immediately try to flip her over.
You do, and a couple things are going to happen at once. The first is that she is unconscious and dying and needs a heal check to be made stable. The second is that something, as though out of the ether, quite literally appears next to Brommus. It is roughly the size of a Dodge Ram quad cab.
What the?
This phase spider materializes right behind him, rears back, and goes to strike with her horrific fangs. It's a massive spider that just literally phased into reality with the head of a human woman, a little giant. And she's going to go ahead and attempt to chomp at him. Get this fucking party started.
I should be max HP, right?
Yeah. If you're not before we start, let's go ahead and rectify that little issue.
I don't like those dice. That's a lot of them.
Indeed. Couple things gonna happen. Let's make sure everyone have full HP first before we go forward.
Yep.
Okay. Promise.
We'll take 14 points of damage.
Indeed. I'm gonna need you to make a fortitude save. Oh no. As you feel You feel like your life force start to ebb away. You feel suddenly 110. Just
Over here.
everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
Jesus, the highest initiative I've ever rolled.
Lucky, lucky, gentlemen, lucky. As the poison starts to take effect, there's this blue aura, almost as if the outline of where she stood before turns into this neon blue powder, and it just wafts into the wind. And the target is no longer there.
Oh boy.
You're up, Brommus. Go ahead and make a fortitude save.
Again?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Also, okay, that's one. So you need two successful saves. It's DC 18. That's one. You are gonna take damage from the first round though, so go ahead and take one. We'll go roll 1d2.
D2 isn't even an option.
You could type it. Oof. So on your sheet, go ahead and put -2 in the temp to con.
Okay, so I keep 4 and -2.
All right. And it is your turn fully. And Drakb's.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Create Water and just put it in the vial in my pocket, into the vial like I'm carrying on me.
Okay.
And then
You are standing in his stream.
oh, I am?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was a pathway. Never mind then. I'm going to cast
Yeah, if you
Ice
want
armor.
if you want to, you can just fucking like drop to your knees in the water and
yeah, I'm gonna cast Ice Armor on myself.
okay.
I think it's already on. Yeah. And then with Darakb's turn, I'm gonna move like into the position where the spider was and just like swipe in the air. Like thinking like he's a dumb bird, he doesn't know. He saw it attack from there, so he's gonna just attack in the same position.
Just gonna fire off too. Just boom boom.
Let's make it
Unfortunate.
real.
There is nothing there for him to hit, just empty air.
And he is confused by that.
It's just like lingering that like ethereal dust. Just
He's doing like the bird thing where he like snaps his neck around, like does like a 360 with his head.
all right. Alafair, holding the little girl in your arms.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna roll heal and try and get her up and stable as quick as possible.
Okay. Oof. You go to like she'll tilt her head back to do CPR, and it's just like, oh, got that weird pinhead that just like can't quite do it.
I look over at the last second. I just see him like kissing the little girl. Like, what the fuck?
It's like he hesitates and misses. It's like, oh,
Using wand or anything won't help until she's stabilized, right?
No, you can like artificially stabilize with that.
Oh, can I just do that then?
You can spend your move action to draw one of the wands.
Okay. Would lesser resto or light wounds be more appropriate?
No, it'd be
Whichever
light
one you
wounds. Lesser resto is
Okay.
for what just happened to
Oh,
Josh.
condition.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I didn't know if like being, like because she's actually downed, like would be like a condition, you know, or like just a health. Okay. But anyway, yeah, I'll draw the wand of light wounds, and that'll end my turn.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Ability damage. That is how that works. Okay. Balin.
I am going to cast Shield.
Good call.
I'm going to Arcane Pool.
So
And then I'm going to ready a Scorching Ray and hold that.
Since you cast, I don't think you can ready the Scorching Ray. You'd have to do that next turn. As that would like occupy your standard action slot.
Oh, I can't use it as a... Okay, I see what you're saying.
Widegrowl.
All right, I'm gonna move over towards Alafair, my sword drawn, and just kind of cover his back in case it reappears while he's trying to heal the girl.
Nice. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
All of us?
Just Widegrowl. Oh, hell yeah. You feel this shift in the breeze, even though the wind in the trees is all blowing the opposite direction. It's blowing to the north. You feel something sort of shift through you. And you catch the spider as she starts to materialize behind Alafair and the little girl. Go ahead and make an attack of opportunity.
Damn.
As she reappears, like reared back, ready to strike.
Ah!
Okay. 21, that hits. Takes 4 points of slashing damage. Very nice. Okay. It's her turn, and as she's about to like strike Alafair, she just feels this thing like the tip of this sword barely catches her as she materializes, and she turns and instead whips at Widegrowl. Tries to take a bite. Let's see. $21. That hits. Go ahead and roll Fortitude save.
Oh, come on, man. The enemy's name is her. Jesus.
Oof, 16, not gonna do it. Okay, so at the end, or at the beginning of your next turn, you take 1d2 points of con damage. Right. And she will remain there for the time being. Promise?
What is that? Just rolled.
I have no idea. I didn't do it.
Okay.
It was random.
Uh,
Just rolled an 8.
Random.
What the fuck?
This random hot dog car in here.
Um, we can see her. She's visually there now
She's
for us.
100%. Like engaged, struggling with Widegrowl. He's like, ah!
What were you saying about like the? Can we roll perception in combat? It doesn't cost anything to like figure out what she is.
Hang on one second. You can roll knowledge. It doesn't cost anything. Perception, if you're intentionally looking for a specific stimulus, is a move action, but knowledge checks are completely free.
So like a knowledge nature.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna position Darakb behind her and power attack.
Okay. Two of my favorite words. Ooh. I like the second one a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
First one's nat 1, it's going to miss. Second one, 24 for 8 points of slashing damage. It's just like second talon rakes this. I mean, she's massive. It's almost impossible to not hit, but just freakishly agile for how big she is. Go ahead and reduce that.
And then on Brommus, I'm gonna roll knowledge nature. See if we can find something out about her.
Okay. We got 16. Man, I'm pretty sure it's DC 20.
Okay.
Give me 1 sec. Let me just double check. Monster 4. CR. Nope. You are enough. It's DC 15. So. Yep, that actually is one of nature's specifically. Special powers or vulnerabilities. This is something you recognize from tales your adoptive father told you as a phase spider. Their whole MO is that they actually exist and live on the ethereal plane, not the material plane where you guys are at now, and can generally like move between the two at will. Or they're like an apex predator on that side. Over here, they're a little bit more vulnerable. Let's see. They're more or less ambush predators, and you would know just from druidic lore in general, things you were told, things you've read or understood, that if sufficiently threatened, they will completely flee back to the material plane.
Would I know if Entangle would be an effective spell on her?
You'd have to roll again.
Okay.
And the DM would have to remind himself what Entangle does, because there's a lot of stuff to it.
Okay. I'm gonna just take a step to the side to make sure I don't hit anybody with my arrow, assuming I wouldn't be able to get a flanking opportunity, like shooting through the trees or something.
Sure. I just clicked that to read it, so don't worry about it.
Okay. And then I'm gonna attack with my bow. What's the distance here?
Oh, you're way within.
25. I'm just making sure which attack to use. Longbow owl. Oh, that's because I have aspect of the owl on, right?
Yes. Okay. 25 to hit for 7 points of damage. Is again. She gets speared in the back by one of these arrows. And reduce health once again. Okay. I'm gonna do anything else, or is that it?
I think that's it. I've moved. I've used a standard action. I think that's it.
Okay. Alafair?
I am going to use my Wand of Light Wounds on this young girl.
Okay. Go ahead and make a UMD roll.
Oh!
Maron.
Oh!
All right. That is a nat 20, baby. Let's go. Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Her head elongates.
She becomes normal. Yeah, go ahead and roll 1d8 plus 1. Oh, I gotta roll it because I'm playing the game. I'm stupid. Sorry about that. Plus 1.
Don't let it happen again, please.
Yep. Sorry, boys. Gonna go commit Sudoku with the magic dagger.
What the hell?
Okay, so yes, 4 points. She was at -2, so she is stable at 2 hit points. Like, she looks at the vampire, Dhampir, the beagle, the giant orc, the boy with the glowing sword, and the massive owl next to the spider, and she just, it's like, ah! Starts screaming. Valan?
Does my beagle get?
So
to
we can still see the spider at this point, right?
Oh yeah, sorry, Josh. I was gonna.
That's
you-
all right. We'll do. We'll start
Okay.
next turn.
Yes, we'll just assume he's just running around like "Roar, roar, roar." Every time the spider appears and disappears, like "Roar."
like he's got a raccoon in the tree or
I
something.
feel like he's got it pinned. Yeah.
The spider is still visible, correct?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna move to right here, and I'm gonna scorching ray the spider.
Nice. Send it.
What the?
It's minimal damage too. Jesus. Yeah, that's
How
gonna
many
hit
fucking dice is that?
a lot.
Holy shit.
It's a lot.
Yeah, that's like really bad rolls, just so you guys know.
13 points of fire damage. Yeah. What does Scorching Ray look like again? Hit us with it.
It just looks like a straight up flaming inferno, like circle, but it's like coalescing. Like all of my spells kind of have like the same theme. It's like these, like it looks like a DNA strand, but it's just fire in a giant DNA strand.
It's fucking sick. Does it like do something like when it hits, does it like melt into her or something? Or
When it hits, like it like focuses on one spot because like scorching ray, so it's like focusing on one spot, but then it like plumes out and like around her body and like scorches her around, like her whole carapace basically.
nice. I would say
So there's like one point of impact, like almost like it's like a meteor, but then it like the fire kind of
Blossoms.
comes out of
Yeah.
that spot and like wraps around her.
hell yeah. But like the 3 people close to her, like Widegrowl, well, not Widegrowl, Alafair and Darakb are like, oh man, like the fucking residual heat is just enough to make them step. Widegrowl's like, yeah,
I don't even flinch.
it's like nice.
Draco loses his eyebrows.
Yeah. Oof. God damn. Man, that's gonna be gnarly. You hit a high roll on that. That's McNuke.
Yeah, it really is.
All right. Widegrowl.
All right. Not even being phased by the fire. Gonna take my sword out and go to jab at her.
Dude, that looks so pathetic after Jared's roll. Dude, just the 2 little dice piddling out.
Nice. 20 is definitely going to hit. Again, it's 4 more points. So she's like just reeling back from the impact of the scorching ray. Just chunker. 4 more points of damage. It's not out of the woods yet. It's definitely still got some moves to make. Is there anything else you want to do, or want to move, or
No. I'll stay here to protect Alafair while he's still working on that girl.
okay?
I mean, like,
Don't
protect
say
her.
it. Yeah, don't say it like that.
All right. She is going to. Oh. Brommus and Widegrowl, I need you both to make fortitude saves before we
I was
proceed.
just thinking that.
Oh.
Oh.
All right. Brommus, go ahead, roll 1d2 once again.
Jesus.
All right. You can deduct another point. You're in the mid 120s right now. You're feeling it. Got arthritis. Oh my god, Widegrowl with a 27. Holy shit. Did he make the first one too? He did not. Okay. So almost out of it. You still go ahead and roll 1d2 also, Widegrowl.
Oh, wow. What's the DC on that?
It's 18. You made it's 2 consecutive DC 18 saves. Oof. All right, so go ahead and in the temp field for con, go ahead and put -2. As she's going to rear back and try and strike Alafair.
Oh, what the hell?
Going to spread the love, baby.
Spreading her poison, dude.
Sir.
As I'm hunched over this little pin-headed girl trying to be a good guy. Oh, whoa! Take some of those dice away. Take some of those dice away, please.
Thankfully, it doesn't confirm. It does hit. So that's 15 points of damage. I'm going to need you to roll a fortitude save.
15?
Yeah.
Yeah. I took 14 the first turn.
Only her would do that much damage to me. Oh, great.
17. Not quite. Okay, so go
Great.
ahead and roll 1d2.
Let me set my health at 25. How do I? It's okay. I don't know why it was so delayed though. So weird.
Okay, yeah, so go ahead and put -2 in the temp field for con.
Yeah,
And
cool.
as part of the bite, she's going to attempt to grab and grapple you.
Whoa.
What the?
19 versus CMD.
CMD is 17.
Ooh, okay, so you are grappled by this massive spider woman. You feel some of that vitality start to ebb away, and the pair of you start to fade into this ethereal blue sort of powder as you feel yourself being like pulled away from everyone here. Alafair, Valan, Widegrowl, and Darakb, I'd say you guys all get a reflex save to try and catch Alafair as they're starting to like streak away.
Is the girl still in my arms? Is she coming with me?
I did not say that she jumped out, so yeah, I'll say she's coming with you too.
Hell yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, no.
Oh, terrible. All right. You feel the tug as Darakb catches you. Widegrowl's hand grabs. And Valan like misses and catches air as the let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 of you and the spider vanish and reappear on the ethereal plane.
All of us?
Other than the dog, Valan, and Brommus, unless you want to roll for the dog too.
What do you want me to roll?
Reflex save. Just go
I don't
ahead.
even have-
Just roll 1d20 plus 2. Oof. Just-
The dog just keeps barking.
It is just like Ori.
you guys are in the same spaces that you previously occupied, although there is like this web-like silver blue sticky substance all over. It's like stretched between the trees. It's in splotches all over the ground. And you can see almost like a ghostly outline where the dog, Valan, and Brommus are still on the material plane. Brommus and Drakb and the dog, you're up, as they have vanished from your sight.
Well, I can't see them, correct?
Right, you cannot.
I'd say I walk up to Valen using my.
I figure you know what would happen to with that nature roll earlier. You're like, oh fuck, they jumped to the ethereal plane.
I'd walk up to him like using my bow as a cane. I'd be like, they disappeared into the ethereal plane.
Speaking of which, roll another fortitude save.
I need healing or something.
What's wrong with your voice?
Don't disrespect your elders.
Telos, tell him what's happened to me. Where's my fortitude?
I take a potion of cure light wounds and I feed it to Brommus.
Okay. That is 1. You still need 1 more next turn, and you still got to roll 1d2.
I thought I beat it the first time. It's not. It has to be consecutive.
It's 2 consecutive.
Ugh.
Are we technically out of combat, even though if they're in another realm?
Not really. I mean, it's still. This is all happening like in the span of.
Okay, so I can't give them anything. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you know the drill. It's another -2. What is your
my
con
back
currently?
pops out? 9.
All right.
I'd say my back pops out. I look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
It's like,
Just like walking with my bow, like using 2 hands on my bow.
like Deckard from Diablo.
Yeah.
All right. Back in the ethereal plane, which, by the way, I forgot to mention, is sort of like a photo negative of everything else. Like the colors are inverted and they're harsh, and it's surprisingly cold here, despite there being no wind. Drakb, you have found yourself in this twisted, dark, bizarre place next to this awful fucking spider.
Do the one thing Drakb knows how to do.
Oh no.
When the doom music starts playing.
Don't kill it. Don't trap me in here forever.
All right, that is 10 points of slashing damage. Very nice. As those of you who are with our murder bird on the ethereal plane see the spider is now like haggard and panicking and bleeding from this like mismatched set of cuts and stab wounds and burn marks. It's not looking all that hot. Alafair, please make a fortitude save. Okay.
Oh boy.
I'd roll 1d2. As a standard action, because you're still grappled. Okay, go ahead and also reduce your con by 2. Again. Since you're grappled, you can either make an escape artist check or attempt to escape the grapple using CMB. Probably escape artist is higher for you.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I guess I'll just do that. I was trying to see if I had anything.
It'll eat
But-
your standard action.
It's not going to be enough.
So weird. The dice shows me 20. So I'm serious.
Shows me the same
Over-
thing, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we got to go with the diet.
But it's
Uh,
always
like-
it's always not the same. I don't know why.
That's weird.
Like every other one's the right one.
Oh my. Is it? Am I reading this right? Versus their combat maneuver defense? Yeah, you make it out.
Really?
By the skin of your teeth. Oh, someone DM'd the shit out of me. Who's that? Not you guys, sorry. Yeah, you are out and on your feet. That was your standard action. You still got to move. Should you choose to use it?
He's out of the ethereal plane, or just out of the grasp of the spider.
No, he's just out of the grapple.
Yeah, all I can do is move, right? Or like draw a weapon or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand my ground and draw my dagger.
In typical Alafair fashion.
Yeah,
Fight to the death, you say.
I'm gonna spit at its feet.
Nice. Very nice. She cackles like Valan, back on the material plane.
Yeah, I'm gonna give old Brommy a potion. Feed it to him like a little baby bird.
You're gonna drink it first and then
He's old, so he has to use a straw.
he's having trouble with liquids. You're like using the bow. Like, come on. Which potion are you gonna use? Light or moderate?
Which one is better? I always forget which one's better.
Moderate is the higher of the two.
I'm gonna give him a moderate.
I take out the stick I was using as my bubbler. You have to drink the potion with.
It's gonna be 2d8 plus your con, Josh. Your con bonus is probably negative, so it's just 2d8. Okay, so you heal back 8 points of HP. Anything else you want to do that turn, Valan, or?
Can I ready another scorching ray?
Absolutely.
Dude, it
That's
took me a
it?
second to get up out of my chair right there.
Boom.
I'm getting old, boys.
Back to the ethereal. It's dark. Even though there's no wind, the sound of wind is like rushing past, like it's almost deafening. Widegrowl, you see all this shit taking place at once.
Is the spider and the ethereal with me?
Yes, you're basically standing next to Alafair, like he's like kicked his way out, drew his dagger. It's got like the little girl behind him.
Are my self doubts in the room with me right now?
Yes, the murder bird is like dodging out of the way behind the spider.
Okay, so it's almost like things are kind of slowed down in the ethereal.
It's sort of more like you
Like-
it all happened in like the span of a few seconds. Like it's just like this is
Okay.
frantic, crazy combat. Like you were one minute you were in reality and then you're not.
Like everything's hazy.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna take a charge at the spider since it's in this.
Like you know when Frodo puts the ring on in Lord of the Rings, you're in like that.
Yeah,
like-
like conscious of everything around me, but can't really
You're like
grasp it.
you're like almost in another plane. Well, you are literally in another plane.
Everything's in like a grayscale kind of.
Like muted.
All right, I'm gonna Hellfire Strike.
Come on, roll a natty 18. Let's test this new sword out, baby. Damn. Don't think a 14 hits. No, unfortunately it does not. AC 17. Okay. To her turn now.
Her.
And she's going to
Oh wait, I got to do a fortitude.
oh yeah, true. Yep. You have like a plus 12 or something. That shit ridiculous. Yep. Okay, so you are now no longer poisoned. You're not cured of the ability damage yet, but you're all right. And she's gonna lash out at the Dhampir who dared quit being an easy meal and try to finish him. Lunge forward with a bite. They 16. I don't think that's gonna hit, right?
Against my
AC.
AC, yeah, sorry, it's been a while. My AC is 6.
Oh, so it does hit. For 11 points of damage.
Well,
The good news is you can't be repoisoned. You're still
As-
poisoned for 6 more rounds, but
wait, where is it? 1 second, I'm sorry. Subject.
you're gonna shadow
Yes.
splinter the little girl. He's thinking about it. Look at him.
Brommus, can I ask you a question?
Can your
Cut
mic
out.
your mic cut out?
The dog's not on the plane with us, right?
No.
No.
Neither is Brommus for that matter.
All right. I'll take it on the fucking nose, dude.
Good man.
Okay. It's okay, Zoe. Okay.
I know Blake just tried to kill you, and but it's okay.
Yeah, she's gonna like look around and look at her odds and attempt to flee this way, eating an attack of opportunity from the 3 of you. We're on the plane. Let's fucking see it.
This fucking bitch.
So close. Not quite. 1 shy. Right? Nope. AC 17.
Oh,
12 points of damage. That hit. Okay. She's looking real rough. Panicked even.
Did I just crit?
Oh.
Oh, and it low rolled. That's unfortunate, but yes. Yeah. So that's 11 points of damage. Take us on home, Mr. Iager. Oh no, it's like muted or something, or he forgot he had
You
push to
gotta-
talk on.
Just talk on.
Shit,
Got excited.
too good.
All right, as it starts to like kind of phase shift away, I predict which way it's going to go, and then just stick my sword in front of it and watch it slice itself across the sword.
Oh, that's disgusting. Just this awful scream similar to the one you heard attempt to trick you earlier, like
Extremely.
there's gore and viscera everywhere. These sticky ethereal threads. For the moment, she is dead. You guys are out of combat with the 3 of you still on the ethereal plane.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that.
those of you who still need to make fortitude saves, let's see him.
Can I roll knowledge nature again and see how they, like, if I have knowledge of how they get out of the ethereal plane?
Yeah.
Great.
Valan, you can roll Arcana too if he's
Can I roll
brainstorming that.
planes?
Yes.
Oh, should I? Is it too late to study my orrery?
No, you can still do it if you want. Just take 1 point of hit point damage. Well, without some kind of planar transport spell, Brommus, you don't think you can get there, but there may be a junction or a portal on their end nearby that they could pass through. Fortunately, one of your ways of potentially seeing them would be Alafair's mask, and he is not here at the moment. Widegrowl, the stars are not right, but it's now 20 instead of 10 for tomorrow. Write that down.
I'd say I'm like leaning on my bow. I'm looking at Valan. I'm like, the only way they can escape is if they find the portal. Portal in the other dimension to transfer them here.
Another dimension. Another dimension. Another... Sorry, Beastie Boys. Can't help myself. All right.
Do I know anything with my roll?
With planes with a 14. Maybe ethereal is not quite your natural domain or point of study or something, but you could figure, yeah, there's probably an exit somewhere nearby. Something would have had to have lured it here in the first place, so.
I am going to put the Wand of Light Wounds and the Wand of Lesser Resto on both sides of my head like jumper cables. And just like, and let them both rip.
All right, and make a UMD roll.
Because I am hurt bad.
Okay, goes
Thank
off.
God.
Just zap yourself. Go ahead and roll 1d4. Okay, you can go ahead and cure 2 points of the con damage. And then roll 1d8 plus your current con bonus, if any.
1d8 plus my current con bonus. I have a -4.
So you don't have
right
you don't
now.
have to, you don't have to do the subtraction.
So just 1d8.
Yeah. All right, that's 6 points of healing. Make another fort save, you and Brommus. Let's just bang this out.
What the hell, dude?
Oh my gosh.
Oof. It do be rough. Yeah, go ahead and roll 1d2.
God.
And we'll call that the last round of poison. Okay. Yeah, same thing. Guys on the ethereal plane, you want to go ahead and make a perception roll while you're over there? This fucking barren approximation of reality.
Not yet. I'd like to heal my.
Keep zapping yourself.
I'd like to heal myself again, please.
Okay. Yeah, UMD it again.
Did the Wand of Resto? It only gave me a D2 to my con. It didn't fully just like fix it.
No, it's 1d. It's 1d4.
Okay, yeah, right. So
Yeah.
that yeah. Yeah, I'll do the same thing again.
All right.
As I like throw up. Oh, thank you, God.
Yeah. All right.
Nice.
Here you go.
Nice.
little bit better.
30. My constitution is back. All right. Well, oh, did Widegrowl make his? That's your perception roll?
Unfortunately.
Oof.
That's okay.
On that one. It's hard to see. It's like this shit is like blowing past you guys.
Yeah, as I like have my wits about me now and have collected myself, I look around and reach in the pocket to grab my mask. Where's the child standing?
She's right next to you. Where the dog is on the map.
I'm like about to put the mask on, and as I do, I look down at her and look at the mask, and like she were like behind me, and then go and put the mask on and
All right.
attempt to find a way out of this plane.
Go ahead and take 1 point of damage as the spikes gouge into your eye sockets.
Yes.
All right. Roll perception. I'll say even again, it's like hard to see with the strange, like silvery blue, powdery wind that's blowing past you, but with the mask on, there's something glinting kind of off in the distance this way.
I just start walking that way,
All right.
casually.
Want to like point it out to Darakb or something?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. When I have that mask on, I'd assume I'm seeing like past all that, like people that are actually, I don't know. Know what I'm saying? I got like a purpose when I'm putting that thing on.
Okay, fair enough. I think
As you
too
walk-
that like the ethereal plane for everyone else is like a staticky overlap of the two realities.
Oh, and I'm seeing clearly
And
through it.
It's still distorted, but like much clearer.
Then yeah, I'll wave them on. I'll hold a hand out, extend a hand.
Okay. As you look back, you catch a glimpse of the child, and she looks like a beautiful, sweet, innocent little girl with a normal head. You're a terrible person. Roll sanity. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
I'll keep walking towards the glint.
Yep.
Do I feel him? Do I feel him walk through me, even though he's in the ethereal plane?
Make a luck roll.
Uh,
So you just roll 1d100. What do you want? Over or under?
I went over.
All right.
Feel him walk through me. He knocks me to the ground, and I whisper, "Telos, they're close."
What? The clowns?
No, our friends.
You can't hear Telos,
You
but
can't hear him
No,
yet.
you're right.
you're like obsessed with him right now.
He says that out loud anyway. It's like like hallucinating. All right, off in the distance, you see this thing. It looks like a small arch made of literally piled like river stones, stacked in this doorway shape, and it's got this swirling kind of odd ethereal looking, I don't know, glint, glimmer, sheen. It's up almost on a hill about 20 yards or so, and it looks out over the marsh where you guys were before as you approached.
go gun for it, right?
Do what you're gonna
Do
do.
I see any like imminent danger?
No. Looks devoid of life, as it were.
I'm going right for it.
Okay. How do you step through?
Like somebody casually walking off the edge of a building. Just like put my foot forward and like.
And you fall face forward about 10 feet into the marsh back in the material plane, like with the splash.
Ugh.
I say Darakb was up in the tree watching him and sees him disappear.
Can I for flavor acrobatics roll that so I don't look like such a dweeb?
You did say you stepped off the side of a building, but we'll see if you can recover. Yeah.
Dude, I don't know, man. I'm a Dhampir. You don't think I can like to my feet like a little rogue?
You do like one of those Bruce Lee like kickouts.
No, I'm
with
I'm face
your
down in the
3
bog.
acrobatics, you were sack of potatoes right out of this fucking thing.
The mask pushes further into his face
Yes.
as it hits the ground.
I'll take a point of damage for
Yeah,
that. I
I'll
got
say
you.
that's
Yeah.
fair.
I'd say Darakb like sees him walk through and disappear and just like caws in that direction at Widegrowl.
I look at Dracula like I can't believe it either. Hear that?
Are you gonna take the little girl or leave her terrified with no explanation in this batshit place?
Mhm.
The
Or I like
dog's
that
just
one.
licking her
Conscious
face.
now, right?
Yeah, she can walk and stuff.
Okay, so I hold my hand out, but like still kind of like.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You can walk, right?
Do you need to hold my hand? Or?
That's terrible. Yeah, you guys we'll say you're able to fall through possibly a little more gracefully than our Dhampiric friend. Brommus, you and Valan and the dog go ahead and make perception checks.
Can I do an acrobatics roll?
Sure. Oof. Do you like fall so you don't crush the little girl? You also wind up like face first in the muck. No way that's a double fucking nat 1 from the pair of you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
We burned up all our good perception rolls earlier.
Valen's like, did you hear something? And Browns is like, what?
What?
As I'm face down in the bog.
I'm just like leaning against the tree next to me at this point, like just bored, not knowing like what to do.
I would say Drogba very quickly is able to get his bearings and circle back over towards the clearing, like.
You hear something, Brommus?
What? What? What did you say? Is that you, Telos?
Yes, Telos.
Here's something. I can't hear a damn thing. How aged am I? -7.
You look like
temporary.
a clown.
You're not like literally aged, but just your body has like gone through that much degeneration. That's probably what's your normal con?
It's at, I think it's normally 12. My modifier is -2 because of my -7 temp.
Yeah, so probably aged like 40 or 50 years at least, effectively.
So I'm 112.
An old man. Yeah, I think just to speed things along, all memes aside, eventually Drachma like literally lands right next to you and it's like
Like poking at me, yeah. All right. The dog comes out as well and starts licking me.
Yeah. or it dissolves in a pool of ethereal jelly as the duration of summon monster runs out.
I'm so happy to see the dog. I'm running towards it to like give it a hug, and it just dissolves into a pool of goo.
Like the dolphin.
No.
I'd say the other guys are able to get their feet and kind of come trudging into the clearing too. Like, oh.
I didn't really see the little girl before, and like as she walks up, I'm like, "Oh, what the fuck!" I mean, oh, we found her.
Yeah, that's terrible. All right, let's have you guys make some perception checks now that the combat has cleared fully.
I pat her on the head and I say, "Hey, little boy, where did you come from?"
All right, yeah, these nice high rolls here. Jeez, Louise, dude. Okay. You guys see, in the bog nearby, in the stream as well. Couple of things. Valan, you find a potion, sort of sticking out between the reeds. It looks intact. Brommus finds a magnifying glass with a golden handle. Alafair, you find a small wood box. It's got a set of brass paperweights inside. And next to it, Widegrowl, you find this walnut traveling case or suitcase. Has a couple pretty nice locks on it. It's like pretty scrawny, maybe 5'5" man's clothing in it. As well as the keys to the locks, which are sealed in wax inside. And next to that is a jar of pickled garlic cloves. You guys realize this is probably leftover debris from other people that have been lured out here by the spider and eaten.
We're in the spider nest. All right, well, little guy, you ready to go back to your family?
Yeah. You guys are weird.
We're weird. I mean,
I mean, yeah, we're
there's
weird.
blood running out of the mask.
We're the weird ones.
Shoot,
exactly right.
Kind of like grabs, like clutches Widegrowl's leg. She's like, I want to go home. That place was scary.
I really thought you were going to Nick Mullen that voice up.
Say, "Oh, you're a little girl." My mistake.
No, you thought I was gonna Nick Mullen it. You guys are beeps.
Yeah. No, I just thought you were going to make the voice way worse. Way worse. Can I examine these paperweights? Like what
Yeah.
the fuck do I need a box of paperweights for? I'm
And
curious.
make another perception check.
I'm also going to cast detect magic and then spellcraft on this potion.
As you're fiddling with this case, Alafair, you find a catch for a false bottom, and there are 3 silver ingots inside. Probably not worth a whole lot materially, but something you would melt down. Silver. Let's see.
Inherited silver?
You'd have to get it appraised by someone who actually knows what they're looking at. Not Mr. Bloody Swamp Mask over here.
The
17.
silver touches my skin, and I'm like, oh.
You fall under the garlic jar and it breaks. You're like, oh!
Goatsy style.
Make another con roll. No. So let's see. Got. This is a potion of Fox's Cunning, which is +4 bonus to int for 2 minutes.
God damn.
Mm-hmm. All right. You guys want to head back? You want to try to cure Brommus of his old manness?
Nah.
You know.
It's gonna be a little bit of a hard march back.
All right. How do we do this? Heal checks?
Either the scroll and the wand with
Yeah, one of the wands.
with the lesser resto.
All right. I'll roll for the. What do I need to roll for the one?
I think Alafair has the restoration wand.
Yeah, I've got it. I'm rolling CMD right now for my boy Brommy. Or UMD, sorry. Ugh.
Ooh. It like fizzes and sparks. I'd imagine Valan like snatches it out of his hand, like, give me that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say I cast guidance on Valen too.
What the hell?
Doesn't work either.
I'm gonna say, give that back, dude. I like snatch it out of his hand.
Okay. Roll 1d4.
Hey.
Okay, you can add 1 back to your con.
Oh my gosh, this is
Let me-
horrible.
Let me take 3 charges off this thing now.
No, failures don't count as.
Oh, okay, cool.
You give it back to me.
Yeah.
The hair in your ears recedes a little, Brommus.
I laugh out loud at it and take it back
It
from
just
him.
like sparks and like I feel like a shock and like my hair stands up a little bit.
I grab it and literally do like a Harry Potter. Like, come on. Come on.
All right.
Nice.
1d4.
Oh.
Ooh, okay. A little better.
Arch comes out of my back. I'm standing up straight now.
Is there more?
Yes.
Else?
And now let me show you. And I take it and do like I do like a Harry Potter thing too. Like think like what I think is a Harry Potter thing.
Natural 1, please.
Oh my God.
No.
It's Leviosa.
Yeah. Dude, what the? I'm in character. Go, what the fuck? And I just take it back and.
16. Yeah, I'll let that through.
Yeah.
It's DC
This is
16.
taking a while.
Yeah.
Oh my, yeah.
I'm
You
back.
got to be
A
good
little
now.
better. He's back.
I'm back.
All
Oh
right.
my god. Well, that wand's gone.
Yeah. Looking way she goes. Probably worth a pickup next time you go to a shop. Hint, hint.
Here.
Okay.
Does my -2 just fall off, or does it
Yeah.
also need to be healed?
Let me just double check on ability damage real quick, because I think it does potentially.
Because I didn't
Yeah.
lose it when I won the
So-
Paizo check, right?
Unless otherwise noted, damage to your ability scores is healed at the rate of 1 per day to each ability score that has been damaged, and I do think heal can also affect that as well.
So can I heal him?
Yeah, let me just double check.
As this is happening, I take out a potion of cure moderate wounds and I hand it to Valen. See, that was a noble deed you did back there. Please take this for my gratitude.
I say I can't accept. I can't accept.
Well, it is very appreciated.
and I take the top hat off of my head from the ringleader and I put it on his head.
Hell yeah.
I literally imagine that happening in my head. Like little brother me.
I say, you're the true ringleader now.
It's your heal 5. Okay, yes, actually you can, if you treat deadly wounds, you also can heal 1 point of ability damage from him.
So with that hat on my head, I walk right over to Widegrowl. Say the doctor's in the house. I'll cast heal.
It takes like about an hour. So we could say that we'll do it now. We could say you did it later. Treat deadly wounds. All right, that goes through. Okay, so that. Go ahead. Widegrowl. Roll 1d10 plus your con bonus if you have one currently.
Push to talk.
Modifier? I
Uh,
got 3.
yeah, okay, so you heal 4 points of HP and you can remove one of the negative con points. Oof. You guys make your way back to the train. You can see like the smoke is still lingering in the air, and there's a new fire that's been lit. And Caleb, the former ringleader, sees you guys kind of coming out of the fog, and he's like, "Oh yes, great, you've returned." Alice! And she kind of runs over, and he picks her up in a big hug and spins her around, and then all the other circus performers come up and kind of do the same thing. And Lydia, the great bearded woman, seeing this poor little child who was originally hiding behind Widegrowl's leg as you guys approach, just walks up and puts one on him. And Caleb goes, "This calls for a feast. We'll see you next week."
Hold up. Give me that fucking dagger.
Well, I think we all.
Well, it's for you, Alafair. I literally did this for you.
I love you.
I thought you'd already taken the dagger from him.
Yeah, technically I thought you did have it in your possession, so.
Oh shit.
I was waiting for you to stab that thing with it.
Can I roll spellcraft on it real quick?
Yeah, let's see it before we cut it. Ooh.
You want to take a look at this, Alafair?
It's a dagger.
As I like toss it around in my hand, I'm like balancing it on my finger. Do I need to roll spellcraft on it also, or do I get a?
Yeah, roll spellcraft.
Okay. I'm scared.
Ooh, okay. It is a +1. Humanoid shape changer Bane dagger. The magical effect being Bane, which I'll explain. 1 moment.
Excuse